Listen, this is a great moment for our program, and I feel an incredible amount of joy for our players. They've been, and I've been saying this, it's not just because we had a good night. They've been so resilient. They've had a great attitude. They keep trying to figure it out. It has not been easy for us all year. We've been dealing with all kinds of personnel stuff, injuries, sicknesses. Jizzle wasn't with us there for a big part of the year. So to win a game in a place like this against a team like this, I just feel a ton of joy for our players that they get to feel that reward. How about our front court tonight? I mean, it's Mustafa's birthday. That's one heck of a birthday present. We all got to feel like it was our birthday tonight with him getting – I mean, I didn't know he had 28. I knew he was playing great, but I thought he was terrific, not just scoring the ball or stretching it to three, but, being a force in the paint and some of the rebounds late. I thought Baba was terrific, and the way those two played off of each other was special. Baba really set a tone for us early. It was hard to score early, and he made a couple really tough plays over the top to kind of settle us in. And then Keyshawn, I could talk about all of our guys, but Keyshawn Tillery, in the extended minutes as a freshman, we didn't even bring Jizzle back because he was playing so well. So, and a great night for us. We'll try to enjoy it till midnight, and then this is the Big 12. It doesn't get any easier. We're on the road in a couple days, so we got to turn the page and get ready for the next one.
Post-game celebration like, and then just with all the ups and downs of this season, how proud are you of the guys to kind of keep fighting through this?
I couldn't be prouder of our team, and I would have said that regardless of the result tonight. I've been saying that, but what I feel joy for is that they get to feel that kind of a reward. I think post-game celebrations in locker rooms should be kept in locker rooms. I'm wet, so that can tell you. They soaked me and doused me in water, and we had a really good time. Those are the special moments as a coach and as a player that you remember forever. We have the ability to have more of those if we stay the course, but I'll leave it at that. I think sometimes the locker room stays in the locker room, right?
Yep. Of all that Wes Miller dreamed of as a player, as a coach, winning in this building, where does that rate?
Yeah, I don't put it into perspective right now. It's probably tough, Scott, but I think I just feel so much joy for our players. Obviously, and for our staff, it's a big time win because of, and that says a lot about Kansas and Coach Self that, when you feel that way after a game like this, it says a lot about the program you played against. But I just feel a tremendous amount of joy for our staff and our players. And my biggest concern now is we can't enjoy it too much because, again, the Big 12 doesn't stop, and we got another one here in a couple days.
Mustafa, 20 years old, playing at 14, so would this be your best birthday yet?
Yeah, this is definitely my best birthday, Just come out and credit to my teammates and the staff and everybody. We came out focused and just trying to get the win, and we got it.
Wes, what would you see on film of Kansas's defensive rebounding? Because it felt like attacking the offensive glass was a huge point of emphasis for you guys, and you were great on that end today.
We were really worried about the rebounding. We haven't been at our best our last couple games on the backboards, so we had a bye week this week, which was much needed. Rebounding was a huge emphasis. It's that point in the year. I think the best way to work on rebounding is to play live basketball, and rebounding's will and fight and pursuit of the ball more than it's any technique. And it's hard to do too much of that this time of year with some of the health stuff we've had, but we did as much as we could this week to try to fix our rebounding, and then we knew it's a huge key against a really good rebounding team in Kansas. I thought early on we missed a couple blockouts. But as the game went on, I thought we were really good on the board.
Mustafa, you've gone against Flory before, but not like this is your career high. What was going right for you?
He's a terrific player, I've been playing with him, against him since I was in high school. We play in the circuit. But I think he's a really good player. And then, when I come out, it doesn't matter, no matter whatever big man I'm going against, I just got to approach it like every game and just trying to compete and get the win.
Played just 8 guys today. Is that going to be something from here on out as we get closer to March, or is it just because of the injuries?
No, I addressed that in the locker room too. I think tonight it was just trying to find the combinations because, in this building it can get away from you You know, I've coached here twice before, and it can get away from you quickly. So it felt there for a little bit. We were just trying to make sure we were staying in the game. And so some of the decisions weren't normal rotational decisions. But how about our bench or the guys that do play? The way they were just all in. Everybody wanted to do whatever they could to win. I mean, I didn't play Halveen tonight. That's not saying anything about him. I limited Tyler's minutes. You know, Jizzle doesn't go back in with 4 fouls. You know, Buck's minutes weren't quite as extended, and I didn't play Jordy Rodriguez. So I don't think that's something that we're going to necessarily do every game going forward. But I thought the guys just had the right mentality as a group tonight.
Last question, Scott.
Can you put your finger on anything that's happened since the West Virginia loss was, you know, kind of went haywire, and then since then you guys had a meeting and things have gone pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything in particular? Or?
I don't think that was an inflection point. Actually, I think if you really were behind the scenes with this team, there really hasn't been a moment they haven't been trying to figure it out. You know, we had a 14-point lead in the second half against West Virginia. Moo was out that night. Tyler and Halveen, you know, end up with crazy foul trouble, and West Virginia made some plays, and we had to play some extended minutes in the front court that we've never played before. I'm not making an excuse, but that was a frustrating night. But it wasn't like we haven't been about the right stuff day after day the whole season. So, again, there's been some ups and downs for sure, Scott, but this group's been pretty consistently resilient, which is, again, why I feel so much joy they get to have a moment like this tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.